Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm VR Stuntman and welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is round 9 from the GT350 Trophy League at vrroom.org. This is a reverse grid race based on the results of the previous race, so that puts JK on pole. He seems to have developed a habit of doing badly in the previous race to get a good start position for the reverse grid. That's 3 weeks on the trot. It's almost suspicious. Slicker starting second, Rick, who we're on board with, starting third, then Loki, Genobi, Raptor, Stuntman, N10, Setwave, and the winner of the last 3 races, Carlos, starting right at the back. So I'm not going to witter on any longer. We'll go straight on with the action. And riding on board with Rick, and he really bogs down at the start there, just doesn't give it enough throttle. He started third, he's already down to 5th. There's the 2 devil cars going past, Stuntman's going past, he's gone past, and there's Raptor and N10 passing as well. So Rick straight down to 8th, but running around the outside of turn 1. What a great run he's got there. He's gained 3 of those places back. Battling hard with Stuntman for the 3rd one, and excellent racing at the start for Rick after his bad start. I'm going to go on board with N10. He's gained a place up to 7th, and he's got a great run here, and the gap just opens up for him. He's past Stuntman, he's laying one on the inside of Rick into turn 6, and 2 more places gained there. So N10 is on an absolute flyer, and big sideways moment. He was right on the tail of Genobi coming out of that corner, but lit up the rear tyres and drops back a bit. So N10 running 5th. It's JK in the lead, Slicker 2nd, and they're pulling away from the devil cars of Loki and Genobi 3rd and 4th. We're on board with N10 in 5th, and we've got a good run here. I'm going to watch it from Stuntman's point of view just behind. So N10 going for the inside, he's got the overlap, and that's a nice manoeuvre. Whoops, I don't know that Genobi saw him coming. So Stuntman now running around the outside of Genobi as we come up to bit curve, and a bit of contact. Stuntman has to come out the gas slightly, and that's allowed Setwave to pull up on the inside. So they go through Hatzenbach, and there's contact, and Stunt is in the gravel. And he goes straight down to last. So terrible luck for Stuntman there. I'm going to go just to have a look on board with Raptor as they come into that corner. That's just replaying, and what happened there was Raptor just got into the back of Setwave, which straightened Setwave up a bit, and he ended up running Stuntman off the track, but I don't think that was Setwave's fault at all. Stuntman, of course, probably isn't aware of that at this point. He probably just feels he's been knocked off the road by his championship rival. Anyway, we're on board with Raptor, and Setwave has just cleanly passed Genobi. Genobi a little slow through the Vidal chicane. So we're starting lap 2. I'm going to go with the outside shot of Raptor in 7th place, braking hard into turn 1. There was no damage done to Stuntman's car, so no yellow flag has been called, and he hasn't lost a huge amount of time. In fact, he's already passed Rick. Rick's had a spin and has dropped back down to last. Going to go on board with N10 because N10 is up to 3rd now, ahead of Loki. So it's all falling right for N10. Of course, he finished on the podium in the last race, started near the back, and he's already into 3rd. But some way back from the 2 leaders, JK and Slicker. Loki 4th, Setwave 5th. Then Genobi, Raptor, Carlos, Stuntman, and Rick. So N10 lighting up the tyres. He's absolutely caning those rear tyres using the trail braking technique to oversteer into the corners and get the car rotated. Going to go on board with Ginobili, coming under attack from Raptor as they come up to Kumo, that is, just approaching bit curve. And Ginobili almost he's using all the track there, chasing his teammate Loki. So Setwave has gone past Loki. And Loki a little bit sideways, and he lets Ginobili through. Ginobili absolutely drifting his way through the chicane. And look how close this is. This is Raptor passing Loki into Coca-Cola, and Carlos is going to try and follow him through. Great scrapping at the back of the field here. Well, towards the back, they're not at the back. And Carlos is going for it as they start lap 3. I'm going to go on board with Slicker, getting it all sideways as he tries to stay with the leader JK. Carlos did make it past Loki into turn 1, so it's all gone a bit wrong for Loki. So Slicker doing very well, hanging on to JK here. I'd have expected JK to clear off into the distance, and that hasn't happened. And in fact, they've been caught by N10. If I look at the rear view, this is the rear view. You can see N10 is quite close to these guys now, so he's absolutely flying N10. Then there's quite a gap to Setwave. This is Setwave's point of view. He's running 4th, and you can see Ginobili 5th, then Raptor, Carlos, Loki, and Stuntman. So Stuntman, the next one to try and pass Loki. Let's ride on board with Stunt. Loki has unfortunately gone backwards. Oh, he's run a bit wide, but that's all right. That gives him a great exit from the Dunlop hairpin. Coming down to Schumacher S. And Loki, he's carried too much speed and has gone straight into the gravel, and Stuntman through. So patience wins out for Stuntman here. This is on board with Carlos. We can see Raptor trying to go around the outside of Ginobili. And they're still side by side into bit curve. Bit of contact there, and Ginobili runs wide and off. And a bit of horn sounding. I don't think Ginobili's happy with that. I think he feels he gave Raptor enough room at Kumo, and ended up being run off the track at the next corner. So Raptor perhaps gaining a little bit of a reputation in this race, but Carlos absolutely flying, and Carlos right on the tail of Raptor. Gets a good run off the corner. Raptor, of course, qualified very well for round 8 at this track, so he's definitely got the speed, but perhaps needs to show just a tiny amount more respect when it comes to running side by side with people. Although he hasn't been dirty as such. And Carlos through, so a place gained by Carlos. Going to go on board with N10 now because he's caught the leaders. So it's JK, Slicker, and N10, and I thought JK and Slicker had got away at the front, but great run by N10 to catch on to the back of that. We're on lap 4 of 7. We're approaching halfway, and we're going to stay on board with N10 with his extreme sideways style. He is doing this with the wheel. It's obviously not a 900-degree wheel to hold slides like that. And having a look at Slicker and taps him sideways. So that's cost Slicker some time, and I think he's out of the draft. So JK has got away, and Slicker now is going to have to work hard to hold off N10, because N10 will have the advantage of the slipstream. And N10 just trying to worry Slicker as we approach Kumo. Climbing over the curbs and into a bit curve now. Can N10 get a good run through bit curve? If you can come out of here faster than the car in front and gain the slipstream, you might get past before the Vidal chicane, but N10 hasn't managed to do that and follows Slicker through the chicane and up to the final corner. N10 again just piling the pressure on, showing his nose. Whoa, but getting a bit out of shape coming out the last corner and drops back. I'm going to go on board now with Carlos. Carlos is up to 5th. And we've got a car in the pits on the right hand side. That's Ginobili. He's obviously had enough of being bumped and decided to pull off the track. So Carlos now attacking Setwave. This is resuming their battle from the previous race. And Carlos all over the back of Setwave. This is the battle for 4th, and behind them is Raptor. So we're in a good position here. We've got a slipstream and Setwave having to defend the inside, and that's going to slow him up. And that slows Carlos up as well. And whilst this is going on, Raptor is closing in. And it looks like N10's about to make another move into the hairpin. Here comes N10 on Slicker. Slicker defends this time, so N10 goes to the outside. Oh, and dives through. It looked to me like Slicker ran up the curbs and that just fired him across the track, and like a rat up a drain pipe, N10 comes sliding through into 2nd place. So let's have a look on board with Slicker. Got a bit of a run coming out of the Schumacher S. And he's having a look, and he's slung one up the inside and overshot, and that's allowed N10 back through. Going to go on board with Raptor. Now Raptor's lost a place to Stuntman, so what's gone on there? Let's go back a little, see if we can work out what happened to Raptor. Oh no, he was behind Stuntman anyway, so this is Stuntman's view of I think what happened there actually was Raptor pulled to one side. When Stuntman caught him, Raptor pulled to one side and let him pass because of that incident earlier on lap 1 when Stuntman ended up being fired into the gravel. So this is he's done very well actually, Stuntman, to catch back up with some of these guys. So he's now on the tail of Carlos, who is chasing Setwave. So these were 3 of the fastest guys in the previous race on this track, and they're chasing each other hard. And this is the battle for 4th place. And Carlos with a good run there out of bit curve, and he's already alongside. He's not going to get any slipstream, but he doesn't need it. He's got the run out the corner and on the inside through Hatzenbeck. Now can Setwave launch an attack into the Vidal chicane? No, he thinks better of it. Stuntman gets a run, but finds the track full of cars. And we're coming up to the end of lap 5, and Setwave runs wide. Stuntman up on the inside, and Stuntman makes the place. And we're running neck and neck, but what's happened here is Carlos has moved to the left hand side, and that means that Setwave is getting the slipstream and Stuntman isn't, and that allows Setwave to just draft past Stuntman. So that running wide. Oh, and we're going 3 abreast. Oh, but Stuntman lights up the tyres, and Setwave was a moment ago fighting to try and get 5th place back again, and he's now back to 4th. So good fighting from these 3, and it's all nice and clean. Now Stuntman with a bit of a run on Carlos, and he's having a look on the inside into turn 6. Carlos runs around the outside, leaves Stuntman room. Stuntman leaves Carlos room, and and it's a change of position. Stunt has got ahead, and whilst these three have been battling, Raptor has closed back in on them. Let's have a look from Raptor's point of view. Oh, great smoke screen from N10 up ahead through the hairpin. So the championship battle between Setwave and Stuntman carries on. They're running 4th and 5th in line astern. Stuntman's got the very quick Carlos looking for a way past, but Carlos hasn't really made the progress in this race that we might have expected. He's up from 10th to 6th. Oh, big sideways moment for Raptor there. Got a wheel on the grass, but held the slide really well. So coming down to the Vidal chicane for the penultimate time, and Raptor's got a good slipstream late on the brakes. Oh no, he's going to run into Carlos. He just taps Carlos, and he's slowed down. He's waiting for Carlos to go back through. He's still waiting, and oh, he's given up waiting. So Raptor definitely not making friends in this race. And he's gone wide. I think he's still trying to let Carlos through. Carlos isn't taking the position. But Carlos now with the slipstream as we start the final lap. So Carlos with the slipstream up the inside, down into turn 1. Raptor braking late and running around the outside. It's side by side. Let's get to the outside shot. And Raptor holds on to the place. Carlos right behind him, and Raptor's just driven off the line there to allow Carlos past, so giving that place back that he took at the chicane. We go on board with N10, or watch N10, because N10 has caught JK, so N10's had a fantastic race from 8th on the grid up to 2nd and catching the leader. So well done N10, excellent driving in this one. Going to go on board again with Stuntman as he chases Setwave, and Stuntman won't be too happy to finish, won't be too upset to finish behind Setwave, but if he can get past him, that would be all good for the championship. And he's nice and close, using that slipstream to get on the rear bumper through Kumo and into Bit Curve. Now this is critical. It's the last real overtaking opportunity down into the Vidal chicane, and Stuntman's well positioned, but Setwave has been catching Slicker, and Setwave is getting a slipstream as well. So it looks like Stuntman isn't going to catch. He's not going to catch Setwave, so we're right on board with N10 right now on the boot lid of the leader as they come up to the final corner. N10 having a look to go wide into the corner and use the cutback, but JK is going to hang on to the lead, so it's a lights to flag win for JK in the reverse grid race. N10 finishes right behind him, then 3rd is Slicker, 4th Setwave, 5th Stuntman, 6th Carlos, 7th Raptor, Loki 8th, Rick 9th, and Genobi stopped in the pits. So let's have a look at the fastest laps, and fastest lap went to, let me have a look down, it's a 1:16.9, really quick lap from Carlos. Second fastest Stuntman 17.1, and Setwave almost the same 17.2. So those three, the quickest drivers in that race, but they finished 4th, 5th and 6th, and one of the slowest drivers was JK, but he just kept plugging out the 118s to take a lights to flag win from pole position. So how does that leave the championship? Well, let's see if we can have a look at that. So we have Stuntman in these last 3 races this weekend has scored 26 points, Setwave 26, JK 26. So no movement between the first 3, but Carlos very much the form man with 35 points, so he's closing in on the leaders. So unfortunately, I've heard in the paddock that Setwave isn't going to be able to do the final 3 rounds of the championship, so that puts Stuntman in a very good position. It'd be up to him to lose it by the looks of it, with an 18-point lead over JK going into the final round. Setwave, if he doesn't turn up, and I do hope he does, but if he doesn't turn up, I don't think he can hold on to second or third in the championship. That's going to be fought out between JK and Carlos, just 2 points between them. And N10 could possibly overhaul Setwave as well. He'd need to make 22 points, but he made 27 in this last Sunday, so N10 might snatch fourth in the championship. Possibly even higher if JK or Carlos have a disaster. Right, well, I've been VR Stuntman. I hope you've enjoyed that race. Perhaps not the most thrilling, but still plenty of good fighting and battling in that one, and a few controversies as well. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to me, and also check out vrroom.org, which is the best site on the web for Gran Turismo 5 online racing. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.